Hello everyone, this is Frankie Day here on YouTube. Okay guys, it's Saturday and this is update number 2 of my summer build of the Danish training ship Denmark. Right now folks, at the phase of construction done on it, the hull is completely planked, shaping real well, and so I'm going to let it dry for 24 hours. I applied a good coat of this tight bond glue here folks on the hull plankings. This right here is highly recommended for woodwork. I wouldn't go no other glue but this. This stuff here is a cat's meow when it comes to gluing wood to wood. So I filled in the joints of the planks as they lathe over the bulkheads, and they're all they've all been cemented up real good and filled in quite well and let it dry. And tomorrow I'll go ahead and use my filler of choice and start filling in the hole with filler and sand prime until it's tripled in, ready for the final paint schedule on it, which is going to be white with sea green waterline with a red boot topping. And the deck's going to be natural shellacked using polyurethane. So far, guys, I'm having a blast building this thing. It's coming together quite well, and this is a very old kit. It's very old. And the wood is starting to dry out in it, so this is one of these must-build kits. It's got to be done on the fly. In other words, the kit will disintegrate, and all you're left with is a set of plans and pieces of wood. So you don't want to go there. I've seen it happen plenty of times, but I don't want it to happen to this one. This is one kind of kit for me. This will be my second build. As I mentioned on the inbox review of it, I had built one before. It took me about 8-9 months to build it. I was working on it every day, and when I had to go back overseas, I trusted it with my parents, and I guess during the passage of time, mind over matter, it got lost and it was never mentioned. So whoever has it, I hope they take good care of it, because I put my all into it at the time. I was very young when I built it, and it was very cheap too. Nowadays, not so cheap. Okay guys, the camera's friendly. We'll go over here and we'll take a look-see of the Denmark, of the upgrade progress of which is done on it. And we'll come back to me on the video and I'll finish up and discuss what's up next, and that'll be that. Okay fellas, feast your peepers over here and we'll take a look at the mighty Denmark. Right here fellas, about as far as the construction I got clamps on there holding the gunnels on top of the frames of there, so make sure they're tight in there. And before this deck is stained, I mean shellacked off using polyurethane, before any of the deck furniture goes on, this right here stuff comes off folks. This stuff comes off. I just put it on there to give a good idea what it looks like with the fittings on there. And a lot of them are pre-made anyway by the company, and they still need final trimmings and shapings before it's installed on the model itself. Okay, going back to the what I'm going to be doing next, folks. Tomorrow, before I apply any filler on these planks right here, I'm going to add the rub rails across here, and the rub rails at the bottom, also around the back of the transom, my port and starboard side. Then when that's done, I'm going to go ahead and add the cap rail on top of there. Now, I'm not going to stain it at all. Before I do any filling on the sand, I'm going to go ahead and put masking tape on this decks here, protect this decks, because I don't want no filler residue getting on these here decks, because like I say, this is a dry kit and that wood has nothing on it to protect it. So you got anything that's powdery like that can virtually stain your decks, and time you try to get it off there, you probably get rid of the printing of the deck itself, and so you don't want to go there. So it's always good to have preventive maintenance. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put masking tape on there to prevent residue getting on there, which is a good rule of thumb, and add my rub rails and go ahead and start putting the model down, let it dry, and give it a good sanding and give it a good blast of primer. Primer dries, go back and check the imperfections. Repeat the process over and over and over until it's well done. That's rule of thumb working with these things, guys. And I got my clamps on there holding my bulkheads up against the bulkhead frames. She's an old girl. She's going together quite good. There's a new kit in the Denmark out by the same company, but it's got laser cut parts, and the whole kit has been re-engineered all over again. So this kit here is a dinosaur compared with what's available today by Billings. Billings kits, they've been around for a long, long time. Not as long as Blue Jacket or Marine models. They've been around probably up to this date now. It's probably been out more than 55 years. They've probably been in business now. And Billings kits in years past were very, very, very inexpensive. And they were very cheap. Like, for example, this kit cost $20 back then. Back in 1972 or 71, this kit would pay $20. Reason of being $20 because this kit was designed just for the woody fittings of the wood set itself, building the model with less fittings. And if you don't have skilled hands, you can't make your fittings. You have to go buy your fittings, or you just buy the wooden kit itself, build it as like I'm doing right now, and make your own fittings and add them on there. And that's Elder Billings always stressed that on his early instructions. He always says our kits are based on price category. By keeping the price down, you can be able to make your own fittings yourself. But if you're not skilled enough to make your own fittings, you got no alternative than order the fittings. They're quite costly. The fittings were like at least 3 times more than the kit was cost back then. Now, example for the fittings of this kit back then was anywhere from $25 to $45. I think it was about $45 it cost me the fittings. The last one I had, and the most beautiful looking fittings you've ever seen. Beautiful looking plastic pre-painted. You had beautiful looking brass parts. Beautiful fittings. And it was a pity to paint all that brass. And today they incorporate the same brass parts and the same fittings in the kit. So this is an old girl. This kit's probably about 45, 44 years old, somewhere around that neck of woods. Ancient old kit, but I love old kits because I know how to work with them because I was raised with them. And so the Mighty Denmark, as you can see, is coming quite well, and I'm pretty happy with it. And we'll zoom in a little bit here. Bring the camera down. I don't want to shake this thing too much. I got the planks all equally on there. In between the joints of the planks, like I said, I use that Type Bond glue. With my finger, I rub it right in there and let it dry. That Type Bond is good glue. It's the best I've ever used for woods. And anybody that uses that glue for woods will agree with me. And those of you that have used Type Bond before, it's highly recommended on your modeling bench in case you ever want to tackle any wooden models. I don't want to use no acrylite glue, that crazy glue, because one thing about wood, folks, you get that acrylite glue on there, like that super glue you call it. It gets that wood and it'll start vapors. It'll be like steam will come out. And those vapors, the only way for vapors to go is up. That's it. And believe you me, you get that stuff in your eyes or you get it in your lungs, you're going to be in a world of hurt. And they got modeling shipwright Mr. Steve Prisky. A lot of you will probably reviewed and viewed his wonderful videos that he's posted. He was a victim of acrylite glue, which is called cyanide poisoning in his eyes, and it affected his eyesight. So the word of caution is to try not to use those crazy glues on these type of kits, because like I say, you know, you get that acrylite glue gets on this wood and it soaks in, and when it starts curing and drying, it's really a vapor. It's like smoke. And like I say, it gets in your eyes, it can blind you. It can cause retina damage, and you'll be in a world of hurt, and you won't be able to build no more. So that's just a hint and a word from the wise. And if you want to use that glue anyway, make sure you got a mask over your nose, and make sure you got some kind of goggles you can cover your eyes. That way you won't get the fumes, which would be the correct way to do if you use that kind of glues. So anyway, folks, right here is about as far as I got. Like I say, all these fittings on here are just on there, just to see how it goes and everything. And believe me, once I get this hull done, it's going to be a delight getting those fittings all finished up and installed on there and everything. And so the hull is completely planked all the way. And I got it planked up in the stern to the boarding line. But you can see right through here, as the planks go up this way. It's called the boarding line, because make sure when you plank a ship like this, you don't want those planks go all the way to the stem. I mean, all the way to the rudder post, because it'll thicken up the rudder and it'll throw the scale of the rudder off. Also, it'll make the stern of your ship up more wider than it's supposed to be. So there's boarding lines on this, which are referred on the plans. And as you can see, I got small tree nails right in here. All these nails right here are on here, folks. Glue nail those planks on. Each one of those planks, you gotta nail them on there. That's one thing good about Billings. They give you a whole load of nails, like right here. I got some nails right here, folks, as you can see. I'll zoom in a little more. These little small tree nails right here, folks. These tree nails right here, they're small nails, but they're good for gluing, for nailing your planks down. So Billings always gives you these nails, and as you can see, I got oodles more. So I'm sure don't throw these away. Stick these in a drawer so you always have them. Okay, folks, I'll zoom out a little bit. And that's as far as I got on the Danmark, folks. So the ship was completely planked, port and starboard, all done. By using a file, even up the plank to make sure, because like I say, after you plank these things, folks, a good rule of thumb is make sure you use sandpaper or file on these planks so it's flush. You can feel if it feels nice and flush, and it's like it's a solid hull. That's the goal you want to achieve, and the filler will do the rest. Because like I say, if you need those big old godly uneven planks as are nailed on there, I mean that's a lot of filler you're going to be using, and it'll be a lot more sanding. So the key of advice is more or less just to use, as long as that wood is down, is pretty much flush, less filler. And that'll be that. Okay, folks, that concludes video number 2 of my summer build of my Danish training ship, Billings 175 scale cadet training ship, Denmark. And we'll bring the video up to yours truly and finish up the video, folks. Okay, guys, that about does it right there. Tomorrow I'll have a video of my Focke-Wulf. I'll have, while that's drying with the filler putty on it and everything, I'm going to go ahead and do some pre-shading on my Focke-Wulf, make a video of that, and maybe by Monday I'll be putting on the final colors of it. And one day next week, which I don't know, but if it'll be next week sometime, I'll have the final reveal. And I'll still get back hot on my Danmark and jump on my Danmark. I gotta get back in my Arizona now. Right now I'm starting to finish up these builds I got going on, guys. I got a lot of stuff on my plate here that needs to be done. And that sure ain't gonna get done by looking at them. So the best way to get them done is just get them done. And Danmark is shaking real good, so everything's per schedule. Okay, guys, so next video tomorrow will be on my personal build of the Airfix 124 Focke-Wulf 190. The pre-shading will be done on it, so I'll make a video of that. And I'm going to zoom back on the Danmark. I should have a video of the Danmark probably by Tuesday of next week. I should have a video of that. It might even be painted. It's hard to say, but it'll be on its way. Okay, guys, so am I. And we'll see you guys tomorrow on the next video. And that'll be that. So this is Frankie Day signing off. May God bless. Please subscribe. Make Mama happy. And happy modeling. And I'll see you boys in the next video. Bye, fellas.